Hello, welcome back to the shop. In a recent video I built a car for Ratfink. I started with a WPL Dl2 chassis and I added this Camtech Ford Model Y body. I've since found myself wondering what else I could do with this versatile little chassis, and I found myself wondering specifically whether I could turn it into a two-wheel drive buggy. However, Ratfink wants his ride back at the end of this, so I don't want to make any permanent changes. You might have noticed that I've already replaced the small front wheels with a pair of wheels from a C34. The next thing to do is to remove the body and remove the front mounted battery tray. This is because I'm going to want to have as much weight over the rear wheels as possible. I fitted a bigger, heavier battery to the back, just using a rubber band, and I've also glued a piece of wood across the front of the chassis to accept a couple of screws, because the next thing to do is to add the buggy body. This is a generic 1/12 scale buggy body from eBay, and it comes with a hinge at the front. I've drilled a couple of holes in it to take a couple of screws which will go into that piece of wood. Now I need something to stop the back sagging down onto the rear wheels. What about this gigantic out of scale spare wheel? That looks about right. I'll hold it in place with an elastic band. To hold the rubber band at the bottom, I've put an extra screw in to this piece of wood which is there from the last build. Okay, we've built a two-wheel drive buggy. Let's see if it's any good.
We're seeing strange lights in the sky. Watch, straight ahead off my flash back there. There it is. Hey, I see it too. What is it? We don't know, sir. Yeah, it's a strange, small red light. There's no doubt about it. There's some type of strange flashing red light here. It's yellow. I saw a yellow tinge in it too. Weird. Okay, we're looking at the thing. We're probably about 200 to 300 yards away. It looks like an eye winking at you. It's still moving from side to side. And the flash is so bright to the star scope that it almost burns your eye. There's something very, very strange. It just moves to the right. Yeah. Off to the right. Strange. Okay, here he comes from the south. He's coming toward us now. Now we're observing what appears to be a beam coming down to the ground. That's unreal. It appears to be maybe moving a little bit this way. It's coming this way. It is definitely coming this way.
I don't need no kick, no wings to justify how a guy like God is so fly. All I need is just my team, my charisma, and my green hair. You like, oh my God is so fly. 'Cause baby, I'm flying up, I'm flying up, I'm flying up, I'm flying up.
Well, that worked quite well really. Obviously with this very light body on it, it's not really compressing its suspension very much. So it's acting almost as if the suspension were rigid. But luckily, WPL saw to make this road vehicle with a solid back axle, no diff at all, which is I think why it's able to develop whatever traction it can develop off-road. This was never intended as a serious build. I just wanted to demonstrate how versatile this little chassis can be. and how quickly you can convert a D12 into something that at least looks completely different and performs surprisingly well. But still, I did promise that I'd give it back to Ratfink. He's waiting in the wings, he wants his ride back, so I'm going to put the yellow body back on, but I think this time I'll fit the D12 wheels all round so that it doesn't tend to grip roll as badly as it does with the B17 wheels on the back. So it's time for me to fulfill my promise to Ratfink and restore his car to him. The first thing to do, of course, is to remove the buggy body and the spare wheel that was supporting it at the back, and then replace the front mounted battery tray, followed by the transverse body mount. Next, it's time for the wheels. And with the wheels fitted, I can go ahead and replace the body. So the body's back on, and he's got small wheels this time. Let's see if it handles any better than it did with the big back wheels. Well, that seems to handle alright. In fact, I couldn't get it to roll, no matter how hard I tried. So the Ratfink's honour is restored. He's got his ride back. Thanks for watching.